This is Spanish 4, Global Challenges, vocab 61 through 65. Good news, this is a very easy list. Well, Spanishguyhult, what makes it easy? The fact that there are lots and lots of review words. Okay, so let's look at 61 to dry. Secar. We've talked about that before. Back in Spanish 2, I told you the story that I was about 7 years old and I saw my neighbor had washed his car, and my family had washed his car, obviously, but my neighbor was drying his car with a towel, and I walked over and said, "Say, why are you drying with your car with a towel?" Because I'd never done that. My family had never done that. And he said, "I'm drying my car with a towel so I don't get water spots." So secar is to dry secar. Again, review word. But now look at this. Drought is sequía. How do we get that? Well, remember, in Spanish 2, we talked about cargar-zar verbs. Buscar turns into busque, llegar turns into llegué, and almorzar turns into almorcé. So car turned into K. Now notice, here, secar, the car turns into QU. You expect it to turn into QUE, but it's just QU. So secar is to dry, and sequía is drought. And notice, there are lots and lots of words in Spanish that end in IA that have an accent over the I, like Maria and Dia and Alegría. Why is that, Miss Spanishguyhult? That's the next to last vowel. And I thought an accent mark said, don't stress the next to last vowel, stress me. That's a very good question. This is more of a college point. It has to do with strong vowels and weak vowels. So just remember, lots and lots of words in Spanish that in an IA have an accent over the I. We've had greenhouse before. We talked about winter is invierno. I stay inside in the invierno. And we talked about one way to keep your plants alive in the wintertime is to build a greenhouse onto your house or a greenhouse next to your house. So invierno is winter and invernadero is greenhouse. So in English we say the greenhouse effect, but in Spanish that's rendered the effect greenhouse. Notice in English effect has two F's. In English almost every letter can be doubled. Almost every letter can be doubled. Literally, there are like 22 letters that can be doubled. But in Spanish the only 4 commonly double letters are CELR, seller. If that confuses you, please check out my other clip called seller. So in English effect has 2 F's. In Spanish, efecto has 1. In English, we say human trafficking, and in Spanish, that's rendered the traffic of people or the traffic of persons. Now again, notice, trafficking has 2 F's in English. Tráfico has 1 F in Spanish. Again, my clip on seller. Notice the accent. That accent mark over the A says, hey, don't stress the next to last vowel. Don't say tráfico, stress me, tráfico. Now, deterioration is deterioro. That's basically the same word. It's a 9-letter word in Spanish, and 8 of the letters are exactly the same as English. D-E-T-E-R-I-O-R, D-E-T-E-R-I-O-R. So I don't think you'll have trouble with that one. All right, let's do a post quiz. I will cover up the Spanish words. Please take a few moments, look at these English words and say the Spanish equivalents out loud, or even better, write the Spanish equivalents down on paper to make sure you can spell them correctly. This has been Spanish 4 Global Challenges, vocab 61 through 65.